Kate Lockwell here, live from Core Hall. There's rioting in the streets. Citizens are setting fire to government buildings to express their shock and anger at the startling revelations from earlier today. Donnie, what's the situation where you are?
I had a brother on Tarsonis. I had a brother there.
Right. Thanks for that, Donnie. Okay. Emperor Mengsk broadcast a statement earlier today. Unfortunately, UNN satellites were on lockdown at the time. Let's replay a bit of that.
This evidence has been falsified. The enemies of the Dominion will go to any length to soil my good reputation. These ruthless, slanderous attacks cannot...
At that point, the Emperor was shouted down. He's since retreated to his palace and refuses to speak to anyone. In this reporter's opinion, Emperor Mengsk has been revealed as a...
You see? Told you I could build something better than that piece of crap Odin.
I like that. That's the spirit, brother. Show 'em who's boss.
Got some work to do on the chassis still, but I got to thinking about upgrades and variants, you know? They ain't gonna be cheap, cowboy. Big honking thing like that never is. But they'll be worth it, you'll see.
That's what I like to hear. I'll take a look and see what's affordable. I like that. Those classified documents we found on Core Hall weren't anything special. Just referred to some old bioweapons lab orbiting Castanar.
I think this one might be different. The file suggests they were planning to terminate everyone who ever worked there.
I assume that doesn't mean firing them. But why would Mengsk want to kill a whole research staff?
I don't know. But it seems like something we should check out.
It does indeed. Well, so you're thinking about giving up this life of luxury and becoming a professional broadcaster?
Oh, regular folks just ain't ready for the raw sex appeal I'd unleash into the great little lives. I reckon my niche is right here with you, old buddy. Right to the end.
I'm glad you're part of all this, Tychus. You did real good today.
The classified documents we found on Core Hall imply the Dominion has a top-secret bioweapons lab on an orbital platform at Castanar. If the Dominion is cooking up a big surprise for us, I'd like to know about it.
So what's the scoop on this top-secret death lab?
This asteroid is registered as a beryllium storage warehouse. But that must be a cover for the Dominion's biolab.
Let's hope so. We'd look pretty silly coming all this way for a few tons of beryllium. Did those documents give us any clues as to what the Dominion's cooking up in there?
No, sir. But they did contain some of the facility's security codes, so we may be able to hack into their systems.
Sounds fun. Well, as long as we're here, we may as well take a look.
Sir, parts of the facility seem to be scan shielded. Our signals are breaking up left and right. Be careful in there.
Hey, careful's my middle name.
I thought it was Eugene.
Shut it, Matt. All right, boys. Stay frosty. What's up? Surprise, surprise. The door's sealed. Nothing a little breaching charge won't cure. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raider?
This facility is strictly off limits. Raynor? Halt! You're under arrest!
Not today, buddy. Time to man up. Raiders roll.
Fry any rebel you see.
Looks like we got a reception committee waiting for us. Adjutant, activate those gun turrets and give them a surprise.
System accessed. Decrypting security overrides. System control established.
Well, we got half the guns. Should take some of them out at least. Sell me. Time to handle. Count on.
Standing by.
Break it down. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan.
Oh my god! Don't kill me!
Count on me. These creatures, they ain't like any Zerg I've ever seen before. Matt, scan their biosignatures.
Hold on. The signal's weak in there. Wait. Sir, I'm reading both Zerg and Protoss DNA. Were those things assimilated somehow?
I don't know, but I'm real curious as to what they're doing inside a Dominion lab.
Check it out. We got that Raynor guy trapped in Lab 1.
Huh, nice. Release the Zerg.
Raiders roll. Zerg. They're coming from the holding pen. Destroy it, boys. We gotta block them out. Time to man up. What's up? Sell me. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up.
Where does it hurt? That's a serious outcome.
Talk to me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me.
They got out. That ain't good.
You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Raiders roll.
Hold them back! Don't let them in the lab!
You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Looks like we got a few options on this terminal to soften them up before we go in. count on me. Sounds like a plan. Looks like the same creature was mutated and cloned over and over. Matt, you got any additional info?
Stetman's been running some tests, sir. He says the specimen's DNA strands have been artificially spliced. Whoever's in charge of this mess did it deliberately.
Matt, we've got to blow this place sky high. No way we can just leave it standing.
Well, I'm picking up a strong power signature close to you. There must be a large fusion reactor somewhere in the facility.
Perfect. We'll find the reactor, destroy it, then we're out of here. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. What's up? Time to man up. You can count. They were testing these weapons on the specimens. What the hell have they been up to here? Talk to me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count on me. What's the plan? Sounds like a plan. Break it down. You can count on me. We got trouble ahead. Oh yeah. Siege tanks. Vikings. Wait. Some kind of warbot. Looks like I can pick a weapon upgrade and activate it from this console. Here goes. Raiders roll. That bot won't last long. Let's move. Sell me. Sounds like a plan. What's the plan? What's up? Time to man. Raiders roll. Well, he did his best for us. Break it down. Count on me. Talk to me. Sell me. What's the plan? Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. What's up?
Been waiting.
What's the plan? Time to man up. Charge. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Talk to me. Raiders roll. Break it down. You can count on me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan.
Need some triage?
Sell me. Time to man up. You read me, Matt? I could use some reinforcements down here. They got something big in the next room, and I don't think it's friendly.
You got it, sir. I only have one dropship available. What do you need? Yes, sir. Your reinforcements are inbound.
Talk to me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sell me. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. What's the plan? Count on me. Raiders roll. Count on me. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Brutalist, huh? So the Dominion's doing research on these things too. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count on me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan.
Sir, you're right on top of that power signature. The fusion reactor must be nearby.
Plan. You can count on me. Charge. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan.
Containment field weakening. Protoss Zerg hybrid reviving.
Emergency! Emergency! Containment breach! We're all gonna die!
My lord. Am I seeing this right? Hybrid. We should get out of here right now. Raiders roll. Time to man up. All right, that's it. We're leaving. You can count on?
Sir, you'll have to be careful. Signal's warping, but that critter's breaking the place apart. Who knows what you'll run into?
Just what I wanted to hear. Thanks for the heads up. Stay tight on me. Let's move, Raiders. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me.
Please state the nature of
Break it down. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Chrono Rift device. Must be based on alien tech. Mengsk is really playing with fire here. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Come on, ladies. We need to keep moving. Blast through that rubble. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan.
Sir, if I'm reading this right, that hybrid is virtually indestructible. Don't try and fight it. Just get out of there.
Hell, that debris won't hold it for long. Keep moving. Go, go! Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan.
The hybrid is on the move.
Sell me. You can count on me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Another warbot. Adjutant, send it after the hybrid to buy us some time. Let's move! Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Count on me. Time to man up. Talk to me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Hell, that warbot didn't last long. Time to man up. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time. Place is coming apart fast. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up.
Sir, I lost the hybrid signal. It seemed to just disappear.
Define disappear. Like a plan. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Break it down. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Top man up. Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Oh! What the hell? You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll.
Evac, get to the transport.
Transport? I think we just found our way out of here. You can count on me. Sounds like a plan. Time to man up. Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time we were leaving. Lift off. Matt, can you read me? I'm inbound in some big transport the Dominion was nice enough to supply. Don't shoot us down. What the hell is Mengsk playing at?
Creating his own alien super soldiers by the looks of it. He's found a way to hybridize Zerg and Protoss somehow.
Don't look like he's housebroken him yet. At least the lab's been trashed.
Yeah, but it was only one lab. Who's to say how many more he set up?